Welcome into our Week 3 matchup between the Hawaii Toucannons and the Buffalo Bouffalants. Hawaii coming in 0-1 with 6 points in an exciting 3-game set against New York. And Buffalo coming in 0-2, picking up their first 2 points in the league in their loss to the Denver Gigaliths. Hawaii walking in with Charizard, Venusaur, Archaludon, Sneasler, and Milotic, as well as their Whimsicott, and Buffalo walking in with Palafin, or Finizen, Nope, Palafin, I had it correct. Meganium, Blaze, Breed, Tauros, Aurorus, Sylveon, and Pidgeot. Now, both of these teams winless. Both of these teams trying to decide who will become the winner here, as we've had a thrilling 3 weeks to start the league. Hawaii playing in their second game ever, and right off the rip for Buffalo, it is the Blaze, Breed, Tauros, and Meganium, and there is the Charizard and Venusaur combination. Of course, that Tauros Intimidate is going to knock down Charizard and Venusaur's attack -1. And how do both of these squads decide to navigate, as both teams desperate for a first win here in the Victory Road League? I talked to both of these trainers, whom are good friends with each other, and they said they just want to have fun coming into this matchup. And there is the Charizard IX for Hawaii. So an instant Mega Evolution, and there is the Sludge Bomb onto the Tauros. And there is the Flamethrower from the Tauros. Does a decent amount of damage, but of course Venusaur, one of those tanky mons, and the Shell Bell kick in, a unique combination there. And there is a Flare Blitz from the Charizard IX, and it is enough. The first points to Hawaii. Similar to last week, they're coming out swinging, not to be underestimated. Of course, that recoil damage will take effect for Charizard, but if you are Hawaii, you do not care a bit, due to the fact that you are already here in the lead, trying to get your first win here. And there is Aurorus coming out for Buffalo's side, setting up 5 full turns of snow here. How do both of these teams decide to navigate this, especially if you're on Buffalo's behalf, where you've had some lackluster showings through the first 2 weeks of this league, only picking up 2 points, and you're sitting at 0-2. And there, the Charizard is going to be withdrawn, and Archaludon is going to be sent out. And there is an Energy Ball from Venusaur, does more than half damage onto the Aurorus. And there comes another Flamethrower, taking Venusaur to under half. And that Shell Bell will kick in some more for Tauros. Aurorus coming in with a Blizzard, and a point to Buffalo. And folks, we are knotted up here at 1 apiece between these two squads. Alrighty, both of these squads now have taken a point, and they need to choose how they navigate this here, of course. And there's the Flash Cannon from the Archaludon onto the Aurorus. The Aurorus is gone, and another point to Hawaii. And there is the close combat onto the Archaludon, and it is good. And Buffalo here keeping up pace with Hawaii. We are knotted up to the last 2 Pokemon for these two teams here in our first set. And there's the Scald, and it is good to knock it out. Hawaii with another one there, 1 Pokemon away from getting their next match win here. Here in our best of 3. An exciting and thrilling match between 2 teams that are desperate to get their first win here in the VRL. And there's that Charizard once again. And Buffalo's gonna send out their Pidgeot. How does Buffalo decide to navigate this is the question. Of course, they have no wins here, and they've not won a match set ever here through 2 weeks of the Victory Road League. Both of these squads tearing up, and there is that fly. The Dragon Claw from the Charizard will not be able to hit. Icy Wind from Milotic. The Pidgeot will avoid this. And who are they going to decide to hit here? A smart play by Buffalo. They get an attack in and basically use it as a free protect. And there is the fly onto the Charizard. A bit of damage taken. There is a Dragon Claw onto the Pidgeot. And the Icy Wind will come out and hit the Pidgeot, leaving it still with 8 hit points left. That speed is going to fall for Pidgeot's behalf, though. Buffalo not done quite yet. Two of our most unique teams here in the VRL. How do they decide to navigate this is the question. Buffalo down to 8 hit points here. And there is the Toucannons from the Charizard just for good measure. The attack and speed will rise. And there is that Icy Wind from the Milotic. And Hawaii is the first match winner here in this best of 3 set. As we head into our second match between these two teams. Welcome into our second match of our best of 3 between Hawaii and Buffalo here in week 3. Hawaii changing things up with Hawlucha, Rotomosh, Sinistra, Garchomp, Tinkaton, and Incineroar. And of course, Buffalo running with the same team as they have pretty much most of this season. Hawaii picking up the match win, picking up 5 points, but Buffalo was able to sneak in 2 points here, tying their total from last week against Denver. How did they decide to navigate this one and push this to an extensive Game 3 match? Of course, we have only had one Game 3 match this week, and that was between Denver and San Diego. And Hawlucha and Garchomp right off the rip for Hawaii. You have the Palafin and Meganium for the Buffalo Bouffalants. Hawaii looking for their first win as they got 6 points and they pushed themselves to a Game 3 with New York last week. And there's the Mega Hawlucha for Hawaii's behalf. Of course, Kate and the Buffalo Bouffalants looking to get their first win. And there is the Mega Meganium for Buffalo. And dual wing beat coming out for the Hawlucha onto the Meganium. Does a decent amount of damage there. And there's an Earthquake coming out. Is not going to affect the Hawlucha. Will hit both of these Mons though. Leaves Meganium with 9 hit points left and Palafin down to 72. And there's the flip turn, known for it to become that 0 to hero mode. Going to get some points off of the Hawlucha. What does Buffalo decide to bring out here? Now that they've changed their Palafin into its 0 to hero form. And here is the Aurora setting up that snow warning. Meganium is going to use Leech Seed. And Hawlucha, or no, excuse me, the Garchomp is going to avoid the attack. A big turn of events, of course. Leech Seed, even in the main series games, is a tricky move to land. You have to pray and hope due to that accuracy of the move. And there is a cross chop from the Hawlucha onto the Auroras. And there is another point for Hawaii. The first point of this second match And there is a Dragon Claw, of course, is not going to be able to hit the Meganium due to the Fairy typing. And there is a Giga Drain from Meganium onto the Garchomp. So they'll be able to get a little bit of health back. And I'm assuming Buffalo, due to wanting to switch out that Palafin due to Flip Turn, is going to send it right back out due to that 0 to hero ability. How does Kate and the Buffalo Bouffalants navigate this particular moment here? Of course, they picked up 2 points in that first set against Hawaii here. And there's that dual wing beat from the Hawlucha. And it is another point for Hawaii. And the Earthquake is going to come out, will not hit the Hawlucha, is going to hit this Palafin, however. And it is good. Buffalo down to its final Pokemon. Hawaii looking there, 1 Pokemon away from getting their first win here in the Victory Road League. And there is a Sylveon, very dangerous for both of these Mons that are on this team right here, right now for Hawaii's behalf. So Buffalo not completely out of it. Can they push this to an extensive 3-game set? Or can Hawaii seal the deal here and get their first win here in the Victory Road League? And there is a dual wing beat from the Hawlucha onto the Sylveon. Does more than half damage. Garchomp is going to use a Rock Slide. Sylveon still holding on with 25 hit points. And the Sylveon is going to flinch and can't move due to that Rock Slide. Absolute insanity here. The snow still has 1 turn of effect. Of course, the Sylveon, as we can see, is not faster than the Garchomp and Hawlucha. Does Hawaii seal the deal? And there is just a simple quick attack. It's going to leave the Garchomp with 67 hit points, and the 1 hit point is good. Hawaii, you are winners here in week 3. As they beat the Buffalo Bouffalants. Alrighty, folks, we have head coach Jax of the Hawaii Toucannons. Jax, congratulations on your first win here in the Victory Road League. What was your mindset going into this match against Buffalo?
I mean, my mindset was just like, I knew I needed a win after New York. Like, that was kind of like a really, like, for me, that wasn't the best of battles, and I just needed a win against our team. And I feel like next week is also going to be really hard because I'm facing off against San Diego, and that team's like really strong.
For sure. Who would you name your MVP of that match against Buffalo?
I would say the Garchomp or Charizard, maybe. Yeah, Garchomp or Charizard would be my MVP.
For sure. And kind of walk me through your mindset here. You take New York to a thrilling 3-game set. Of course, you got the first match point against New York, and then they end up coming the way that they do. What did that leave a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth to why you wanted to walk in here this week trying to get the win right away, or kind of walk me through that process?
My process, that was a bitter taste for New York. Like, I knew if I did stuff better, and then I just need to win, gotta get myself back. Facing off against a really good team. Yeah, facing off against a really good team next week is gonna be hard, and I need to just keep going.
All right, for sure. And like you said, you play San Diego next week, so we wish you all the best of luck as we look forward to your week 4 matchup. And once again, congratulations on the win against Buffalo here in week 3.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Alrighty, folks, and that was Jax of the Hawaii Toucannons. Of course, Buffalo will be taking on the Portland Tricos, who Portland looks to bounce back and try to get another win. Hawaii will be playing San Diego.